All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a system that's all about helping you and your sign shop get back your most precious resource, your time. And it's really about making a shift from just being busy to being genuinely productive.
You know this feeling, right? It's that classic end-of-day moment. The phone's been ringing off the hook, emails were piling up, you were putting out fires left and right. But then you look at the clock, it's 6 p.m., and you just think, what did I actually accomplish today? It's a super common frustration, but believe me, there is a way to fix it.
So, the key to unlocking all this real productivity, it actually comes down to a really simple but really powerful idea. It's all about identifying and prioritizing what we're going to call your big rocks.
Okay, so first up, the big rocks problem. Let's break down what this actually is, because this is the core challenge that probably keeps your shop feeling like it's spinning its wheels instead of pushing forward.
So, what are these big rocks? Well, put simply, they're the most important things you need to get done. I'm not talking about the daily, urgent stuff. I'm talking about the major strategic goals that will actually grow and improve your business for the long haul.
Let's make this real. For your shop, a big rock could be finally landing that huge hospital contract you've been chasing for months. Or maybe it's the project to research and finally upgrade your main printer to boost your capacity. It could even be an internal thing, like totally overhauling your installation schedule to get rid of all those annoying bottlenecks. These are the things that are true game changers.
And that right there leads to the million-dollar question. If we all know these big rocks are what really matter, why do they always seem to get shoved to the side? Where is all of our time really going? To figure that out, we need a way to organize the chaos. And honestly, one of the best tools for the job is the Eisenhower matrix. It's just a brilliant, simple way to sort everything that gets thrown at you during the day. See, every single task has two core qualities. It's either urgent or not, and it's either important or not. Urgent stuff demands your attention right now, and it's usually reactionary and stressful. But important tasks, those are the ones that contribute to your long-term goals, your big rocks. They create real value, but they require planning. The whole trick is learning to tell the difference. So this matrix gives us 4 boxes, 4 quadrants. You've got Q1, crises and fires, Q3, interruptions, and Q4, straight-up distractions. We spend most of our day just bouncing between these 3. But quadrant 2, that's the magic one. Important, but not urgent. This is where your big rocks live. It's the home of planning, of strategy, of real, meaningful progress. Now here's the reality check, and it might sting a little. When you actually track this stuff, most teams spend a staggering 75% of their time stuck in quadrants 1 and 3, just reacting to fires and interruptions. And quadrant 2, the place where real progress is made, a measly 15%. That's it. That is the problem we are here to solve. So listen, the goal here is not some massive, crazy overhaul of your entire life. It's much simpler, much more achievable. The goal is to just move one single task a day into quadrant 2. That's it, 1 a day. That small shift is incredibly powerful. So, how do we actually start doing that? Let's get practical with the first tool, which I call the personal now list. This is all about you as an individual gaining some much-needed clarity. The workflow couldn't be simpler. You can use something like Google Tasks, which is right there in your email. You create a main task, and here's the key. You break it down into smaller, crucial subtasks. And then, as you do each little piece, you get that amazing satisfaction of checking it off. It just brings order to the chaos. So for example, instead of just having a vague task like install Main Street Dental sign on your list, you break it down. Subtask, verify permit is approved. Check. Subtask, load the truck with materials. Check. Subtask, call the customer with an ETA. Check. Now, a big job feels manageable and nothing falls through the cracks. All right, so that first tool is perfect for you as an individual. But this next one, oh man, this is the one that really transforms how your team works together. Let's talk about the to-done list. I want you to really let this sink in for a second. Imagine having a single, shared document that can completely eliminate most of those time-sucking what's the status on meetings. Everyone can see what's finished in real time without having to interrupt each other's flow. It's a game changer. And think about the psychology here. A to-do list is all about the future. It creates pressure. But a to-done list, it focuses on the past, on what you've already accomplished. It doesn't ask the stressful question of what's next. It proudly shows, look what we've achieved. That shift creates momentum, not anxiety.
And here it is, the exact template you can just copy and paste. You create a shared document. And hey, maybe call it something cool, like the team victory log, to keep it positive. Then, for every entry, you just log the date, who did it, the project, the specific milestone, and then that all-important final question. Was this a big rock?
And here's what that looks like when you're using it. You can see Sarah got the permit approved and the vinyl printed. Jim finally finished organizing all the scrap bins. That's a classic Quadrant 2 task. And Mike completed the big city hospital install. And notice how they're all marked as yes. This makes all that important progress visible to the entire team. Now, to make this whole thing work, there are just 3 simple rules. First, keep your entries short and sweet. Done is better than perfect. Second, always tag your big rock progress so everyone sees those important wins. And third, and this is so important, take 5 minutes on Friday to review the list as a team. End the week celebrating what you all accomplished together. Here's why this system works so well, especially for people in a sign shop. You're visual people. You spend all day fabricating things with your hands. This to-done list, it gives you that same tangible feeling, but for your time. You can literally look at it and see the progress your team has built, day by day. So we've gone through the big idea and the practical tools. Now, let's wrap this up with a super simple 2-minute commitment to get you started on the right foot. That's it, just one. Don't try to change everything overnight. For this week, your only goal is to find one single Quadrant 2 task, get it done, and log it on that new team victory list. That's a win. That's how you start. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. That printer upgrade, that new client proposal, that scheduling system you keep putting off, what is the one big rock that you will finally actually make time for this week?